You. Alright, so look. Initially, uh, I get a call with Western. They said that they got a truck for me, so I said, alright, I'm about to shoot it. I'm about to shoot up there. I'm over there at the hotel and whatnot. So boom, I go up. I go to the terminal, and I meet who who I find out is my new driver manager, right? So the guy says, he says, yo, what truck were you assigned? I couldn't remember, so he looked it up. He was like, yeah. He said, man, that truck's still in Maine. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. So I'm like, yo, why you call me over here then? So the dude said, he said, look, he said, man, look, go over there and go check out truck such and such. So I go check it out. You know what I mean? Joint look alright. I pre-trip it real quick, check it out. Check the brakes and all that. The joint straight. So I come back. I'm like, yo, it's good money. You know what I mean? So do get the guys in the shop to give me the keys. I bounce. I come back to the hotel. Uh, of course, a little excited because I'm ready to get back out and start earning it like this. So once I once I I get ready to shoot my bags up out of the room. They come downstairs and I'm up on the third floor too. By the way, uh, I get a call from this lady. I'm gonna omit her name, because this ain't about them. It's about me. You know what I mean? So she was like, "Yo, your driver manager assigned you truck such and such." I was like, "Yeah, I got it right now." So she was like, "Look, this the only problem. I had already seated a driver in that truck, and he's actually on his way up to the terminal right now to come get it. So I need you to bring it back." So I'm like, "Man, all right." So I shoot back up there. Now they reassign me to another driving manager up there, which is a woman. I don't know, maybe I made an impression on her, or whatever. You know what I mean? Older lady. Not too old, but she older. And you know, she took me on or whatever, and she assigned me a truck. The truck is pretty decent. I can't even front about that. That joint, you know what I mean? It's fairly new. It only had like 25,000 and 100 so some odd miles on it. It's pretty clean. Everything works. You know what I mean? I didn't see any damage. Uh, Everything looks good. Anyway, fast forward the clock. I talked to her. And this is the reason why I posted this because it's a point of benefit. And I told her, I said, listen, I did 2 loads uh, in the other truck. She found out which truck it was. She said, did you transfer your information in? I said, yeah. Because to my knowledge, I did. Here was my only issue with the whole scenario. You know, when I went to go get the last truck, it wasn't the same initiation that it was this time around. Uh, only thing I did was got a phone call. Dude told me that they had a flatbed truck getting ready to come scoop me up. The dude had a trainee in the truck with him like this. So I'm like, all right, cool. 5 hours later, them guys come pick me up. I get in the truck. I've never been assigned a truck, so I don't know. I'm assuming everything I need is already in there like this. When I get in there, it's not, right? So I get to running loads, and I didn't have the trip sheet paperwork in there, and I can't remember if I told them or not, but they basically just told me just transfer the bill of lading and any receipts. So I said, all right, cool. I do that, and when payday came up, I didn't get not one stitch of money. So I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So when I talked to this new DM, I gave her the rundown of what had happened and like this. So she explained it to me play by play. Like, look, even though this was said, you know what I mean? Like, this is the way that payroll does it. Like, you gotta have your trip sheet, you gotta have your bill of lading, it has to be signed, and any receipts or anything pertaining to that load particularly, uh, that's what determines whether or not you get paid or not. Not because you communicated through the Qualcomm and sent in your trip number and like this. So I was like, dang. So am I gonna get it on the next, you know what I mean, on the next paycheck? And she was like, probably, probably not. It depends on if you filled it out right the second time or the last time. So after she explained it to me, I was like, dang, I didn't have a cover sheet, a trip sheet. So I filled it out, did it again. Um, so hopefully, inshallah, man, I get my bread because I need that. You know what I mean, that was a lot of miles. I think the one trip I drove empty for like 160 some, almost 70 miles, and then I drove from T- Topeka, Topeka, Pennsylvania, all the way down to Greer, South Carolina. You know what I mean? That's a good little trip right there. You know what I mean? Then the next joint, I drove from South Carolina back up to Middleton, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? So that's just a word to the wise, man. When y'all get finished doing y'all loads, it's imperative that you make sure that you do everything play by play, man. You get on that Qualcomm, you let the people know when you get there. You know what I mean? After you get finished getting unloaded, or if you're dropping and picking up another trailer, make sure you communicate through the Qualcomm. Then go ahead and you could either do it later or wait till you get to a rest stop or whatever, or you could choose to do it right then and there on the spot. Go ahead and transfer all your paperwork. You know what I mean? And make sure you bubble in that trip sheet. The trip sheet has bubble. It's like got bubbles and boxes in there and whatnot. You know what I mean? Where you put the trip number in and like this. So that's just a little word to the wise, man. I had, my trainer told me, man, my first week out, he's like, man, you ain't really gonna make too much money because you're gonna make a bunch of mistakes. And lo and behold, I'm definitely doing just that. And, it is what it is, though. And with that, I'm gone, man. Y'all be easy, man.